And when I look into your eyes, I'll see the future, me and you. That's why I wrote this song for you. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Just want you to know what I think of you. L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Baby, you've got what it takes to make your girl say L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. If I met you in another life and you asked me to be your wife, with grace and a smile I say, yeah, always now and forever. You be my one and only lover. Cause I like the way you make me smile. Boy, you give me butterflies. And when I look into your eyes, I'll see the future in me.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Tony Commander J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson talk show. Today is Thursday, February the 22nd, 2023. We woke up this morning, even before I get into what I want to say, I would be remiss if I forget about our people in Europe. Can you imagine this morning? There are over 49,000 people dead between Syria and Turkey. This is unbelievable. In the past 3 years, can you imagine how many people have died in this world? From the pandemic, now this earthquake. This is humongous. Again, let's take a few seconds and pay our respects to the dead. May the souls of all those who have died during this period rest in perfect peace. And may God help those people who are displaced and need places to stay. I hear over 900,000 people living in containers and tents, and they need more help. Lord, help them. Okay? Woke up this morning to the lower and mid 30 degrees in Providence, Rhode Island. I see it's going to be raining or snowing somewhere. Take heed and govern yourselves accordingly. Now, I got my news report from Ghana. Let me put on my news first. Let me put on my banner. Let's see what we've got to talk about today. Before I even get on the Liberian side, which we'll talk about soon, we got our report from Ghana. Gifty Togba did an interview. So let's go to Ghana and hear what she got to say. Then we'll come back and talk about the situation prevailing in Liberia.
Good evening to our viewers out there. I am Gifty Togba reporting from the Liberian refugee camp. This time around, I'm reporting from out of the camp. I'm here with one of our Liberians' mother who lives in Kumasi. So good evening, mother.
Okay.
So what will be your name?
I'm Cecilia Smith.
Okay, you are Mother Cecilia Smith.
Yes.
So how long have you been in Ghana?
I've been in Ghana for 22 years now.
22 years. And you've been in Ghana for 22 years out of the camp.
Yes.
So precisely where are you staying?
I live in Kumasi, the second capital of Ghana.
The second capital of Ghana in Kumasi. Alright, so what are your family size?
My family is a very large family.
Yeah.
Yes, we have some in Ghana and some in Liberia. We have little in Ghana.
Okay.
But most of them are in Liberia. So.
Okay. So you living in Ghana. So when I say your family size, like, do you have many children? Do you have presently with you in Ghana?
Yes, I have like 3 kids in Ghana.
Okay.
My sister children and my mom was taking care of some of them. Let's say my mom died, so I have to do the taking care now. So.
Okay. So you have 3 children with you in Kumasi. So the 3 children that are with you, how are they responding? How are you taking care of them in terms of school fees? Do you also have other helping hands?
No, I don't have any helping hand. I just manage all alone, and God is providing.
God is providing, that's good. So can you please tell us the challenges with the Ghanaian community, like you being a foreigner living among the Ghanaians for 22 years? There are a lot of challenges. Can you please tell us some of it?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The challenges are many. If we say we will explain today, we will not finish. Because I believe that some people who live on the refugee camp, I think their challenges is very little for them. But we that live out of the camp, we have been facing so many problems with the people, most especially as a Liberian. They consider us to be like people who doesn't have culture, most especially on the marriage line for we the women. If you go to get married, they will give you like, those people, they don't have tradition, they don't have culture. And in fact, the Liberians, they are Grenada people. So sometimes, like, the challenges are many. Like, fine, you are going to look for a place to even stay, a room. Sometimes they will give you problem. You need to find a Ghanaian to stand as a father for you before they will give you the house to stay. Sometimes when you get the house and stay in the house, before they will get to know the kind of person you are, because for them they declare us as bad people. So, but I thank God, I'm coping.
Yeah. All right. So, in another way, that let's say you living with them and then fixing some problem, like in the terms of water. So in case that there is no pipe running through your house, and how do you find it? Like going out to the next community or the next house to help you with water? Do they also do that for you?
Yes, you go and buy. You go and buy it. Normally we go and buy it because I feel if I go to somebody's house, yes, they like to judge people by their appearance. The Ghanaians, that's how they are. They judge you by your appearance. So the best thing, always I ask God should help me and give me the strength. I shouldn't lack nothing. So when I need of water, like you said, I go straight for it. I buy it and we finish with it.
Okay. So coming back to your children, like they are all school-going children, right?
Yes.
So in terms of going to school, do they also pay the same school fees according to the citizen, or that school fees is different?
They are paying the same as the citizen because my kids speak Tree.
Okay. Okay.
And I also speak the Tree, so they pay the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your kids' fathers, is he a Ghanaian or a Liberian?
My son father is a Ghanaian from the place I stay in Kumasi.
Okay.
Yes.
So
he's
that's
100% Ghanaian.
Yeah. So that's why your son father is a Ghanaian, but still they still classify you as a foreigner.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, and then they still do that age treatment, other stuff.
Yes.
Against you. All right. So thank you so much, Mother Sissy Smith. This is our Liberian sister, our Liberian mother, who is living out of the camp. When I say out of the camp, out of Accra, and she's in different region in Ghana, the second capital of Ghana, that is Ashanti region, Kumasi. So if you've been hearing about Kumasi, this is a proof, a clear evidence that have been going on. So it's not only on the camp that they are doing it to us, but Liberians that live in other parts of Ghana, they also have great problem and experiences among their Ghanaians too. So thank you so much for honoring my invitation and for accepting my interview. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, Mother Sissy.
Thank you too. Thank you.
Well, we want to take a few minutes to thank Gifty Togba for this interview. It is very important that we pay attention to our people all over the world, especially Liberians right in Africa, who are going through the same strides and struggles as our people in Liberia. So we want to thank Gifty again, and we hope that you all pay attention to these interviews. You might see people you know, and you may be able to reach out to them as well. So we thank you all. Well, the situation in Liberia this morning, man, crisis in our country. We hear in the news this morning that the former Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia, Madam Gloria Musu-Scott, who's pictured here, her house was attacked last night between 9 and 10 o'clock, according to Front Page Africa. One of her daughters got stabbed to death. Another one seriously injured. Madam Scott was able to escape because when the man came to stab her, she had pepper spray and she sprayed him and was able to get away from the house. But our correspondent is on his way to that area right now. He should be getting back to us soon. But these are the same things that happened in 1980, 85. All these things that led up to our war, identical things. Election time coming, we hear that Gloria Musu-Scott is one of the representatives for the opposition parties. We also hear that she had complained about people being around her house, unknown people. She complained on February 8th and 9th, I think, if I'm not mistaken, because I read it in the newspaper, that her area wasn't safe. Unknown people were in her area. Now today, we woke up to the news that her house has been ransacked. Is that a robbery or is that an assassin? Those are two different things. A robbery, people want to steal, going to look for something. An assassin, they went there to kill this woman. Why? Is it because of her affiliation with the opposition party? Why? These are the same things we've been crying about in our country from time immemorial. Safety. Now we see the election has not even gone far away yet. They start talking to people, going to people's homes. But I'm trying to prolong my speech so Sam, our correspondent, can come on. He's going to the area right now because we want some in-depth reporting as to what's going on in this place here. What's going on in our country? What are the police doing? What's the actual situation involving Gloria Musu-Scott? Because we can't tolerate this. We can't tolerate this. What all this killing and violence about? We've been through this thing before, man. Can't we just go through a peaceful election? We thought things were getting better in our country. We had one peaceful election under Annie Johnson Sirleaf. 2, we didn't go through this kind of violence we're going through. Now our country is going backwards. Backwards, man. What is this? You go into the woman's house, killing her daughter. This is so sad. This throws us back, man. The security of our country is terrible. This is what we're talking about. Security. Security. People being targeted. And this woman had complained about it. She complained on the 8th. She complained on the 9th. One of those days, the first week of February, she complained that there was suspicious people in her neighborhood. And nobody paid attention to it. Now, last night, they were successful to enter her house and almost kill her. My correspondent here, thank God. Sam, how you doing? What's that?
Yeah, morning.
How you
Morning,
doing?
Ron.
How you doing?
I'm somewhere around it. Yeah, I'm somewhere around the Broadway Community Sheriff gas station. You can see where Gloria Scott was attacked last night
Wow.
in the community.
I saw what's the situation there?
I just arrived and around the compound, there's a heavy police presence, so we are not allowed to go around there.
Oh, don't
That's why I'm running.
be careful, bro. I don't want to.
Yeah, that's why I'm way on the road, and
Yes.
no, I don't want to venture.
So what's the feel around there?
You see a lady, I just bought sugar cane from her, and she wanted the community resident.
So-
But I will, come here, come here. Ain't live around here? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I know she only came to sell. She is now a resident.
So
Yeah, she came to sell. But
what's
the area is 10, so
it's tense.
I better not go around there.
The
Around
area
the
is
10,
tense.
yeah. Yeah, very 10. So I don't want to bother myself. So, yeah,
So
you know.
what's
Yeah,
what, what's the
angry
news?
people.
What's
They hit
the
to see
news?
press.
What's the news you're hearing around there? What's the news?
I haven't talked to anybody. Nobody wants to open up. They all kind of afraid. And they are not arrested the perpetrator. So I mean, so we are afraid. I talked to one two person. They didn't want to even talk to me on that issue. They shy away.
So was
But I'm
that
still
actually,
around here.
was that
that?
actually an armed robbery?
Yeah, this guy according to the news, he managed to sneak his way in the house. The house is still sealed when he enter. So how did he enter? That's a big question.
One guy.
Only one person, just one guy.
Wow.
Just one guy. One place Gloria was at all her apartment was 45 as compared to the children in the apartment. Apparently he might have gone in one of the closets, and waited for maid to carry on his act. But he was in there, the front door sealed, the back door sealed, every part of the house is sealed. How he entered is a big question.
Wow.
Yeah, so one person died, one of the girls died, and the other girl, according to the doctor, she is stable.
So they don't know
Yeah,
they don't
and the
know
girl that died was a junior student at the United Methodist University.
they don't know how he got into the house. They don't
They
know
didn't
how
know. But Rod, it was a They don't know how he got in the hall. They know how he got out. No arrests have been made. How he got out? He had his fence, huge fence. It gets nothing broken. How he entered the place?
So
But see the garages. I mean,
somebody must have known him.
see the, yeah, well, we don't know, but maybe he just sneak in. So nobody noticed, his entry. And that's so good.
They say
And
she
you see
has
the kind of community. Well,
they say she has security.
but I've not heard of security. Even the security, a very old man. And what can he do? The security not notice anything.
Mm.
And one old man.
Okay.
They don't want to spend
They
on
don't want to
quality
spend
security. They grab the older guys in community. They can't say that you security. Get open, get at all.
Okay. Wow.
And she, as a former chief justice, she's not security minded. The first attempt, the second, the third. So you can move, you can get a train out.
Yeah. I heard last
So
week.
that's what people are saying.
Last week they tried it too, right?
Yeah, it didn't succeed because of the house was 45. So this time around, she added more to it to keep the place safe.
What she
How
added?
did this guy enter? Still by additional steel bar and walls. You have to protect our apartment. So the children apartment left vulnerable. So the question is whether there was a CCTV to trace the criminal.
But if there were no forced entry,
No TV.
but there were no
A
forced
former
entry.
chief justice, how can he live like that?
There were no forced entry. The man didn't break the door. The door wasn't broken.
No forced entry. I say, how the guy entered? No one.
Why he entered the house?
Nothing broken. Nothing at all. Nothing broken. How he entered the house? How he even left the house? That's a big question.
Wow.
Somebody say he used voodoo to enter.
Voodoo again.
Somebody saying he see his way maybe during the afternoon when the guys were playing, or they were not paying attention or so. So how did he enter when the house is still sealed? No breakage, nothing.
So it's 45 or police.
Yeah. I'm still around here. Any information, I will just send it to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there we are this morning. Our Chief Justice, the former Chief Justice of Liberia, Madam Gloria Musu-Scott, whom was attacked by either armed robbers or assassins. We have not clarified this yet because she's a member of the opposition party. Her husband attacked twice last week, and this week they succeeded. Last week they didn't succeed. They say you heard my correspondent. He said she put up barbed wires and stuff like that. He's still on. Let me see. Okay, he's not there. She put up barbed wires and stuff, and apparently today they were successful. Now, how this man got into the house, they don't know. There was no forced entry, nothing. But he got in, did what he wanted to do, and got out. And the police are still investigating this. These are the situations that are facing us now. You know, we come to this situation in our election. We come to this state of violence. How can we condone this kind of thing? We can't. We can't. This morning, it is one person. It is Gloria Musu-Scott. Who would it be tomorrow? Who would it be tomorrow? We got serious issues in our country. They just passed the census. I mean, they said we got 5.2 people in our country. 5.2 million people. This may be true. This may not be true. And if it's not true, we're going to have problems because it is based on this census that we're going to go by for the election. Where they say all these people are. Now they're saying the 4 big counties are Mansurado, Nimba, Bong, and Lofa. Those are where most of the Liberian people, 65% of the Liberian people are located. Okay? 1.9 million in Mansurado County, 621,000 plus in Nimba, 400 plus in Bong, and 300 plus in Lofa. So Mansurado, Nimba, Bong, and Lofa, those are the 4 major counties. The other counties include Maryland, Bombay, the other smaller counties. They got less. But the large counties that those 4 are named, and the smaller counties that have hardly anybody are River Cess, Bapolo, Grand Cru, and River G. Those counties have about all 4 of them. They don't even make up 400,000 people. Okay, so Mansurado and Nimba, Lofa, and Bong have 65% of the people. These 4 counties are named River G, River Cess, River Cru, River, all those river places, those new settlement area there. They don't even make up 400,000 people. So then you have Maryland, you have Bombay, all the other counties make up 300,000, 200,000. They are in the high percentages. So overall, they're saying that we got 5.2 million Liberian people. And since the last census in 2008, our population increased by 50%. So since the last population, 50% is approximately 1 million. I had it down here. Hold on 1 minute. Is approximately 712,013. So that was the 50% that were added on to the population since 2008 to bring it up to 5.2 million people today. So this may not be right. People have complaints about this. People think that there are more people in Mansurado County than in the other counties. They say 1.9 million, but people are looking at more. People are looking at less in certain other counties. But we'll not know all of this until we see how it will impact our census. I don't know how they did this, what scale or measure they use, but many of us know that all the people in Monrovia and Mansurado County and other places were not counted. Many people complaining that they're not counted. Many people complaining that this census, they will have problems. Because if we say there are 300,000 people in Maryland or Bombay or one of those counties that have a lot of those numbers, Bombay, Maryland, those are the people with 200, 300,000 people in that range. And the census is more than the people in the county, there's something wrong. We're going to have some serious crisis. We're going to have some serious crisis because now we know how many people in each county, and we know how many people we expect to register. That's why we're waiting for this registration, and we got to get this voter registration right, because from the registration, we know exactly how many people in each of these counties going to be voting, and that's an essential part. Okay, this we hope will cut down the transporting of voters from county to county. It will cut down People voting in different places. You vote in one place and you go in another place and vote. All these things, the census supposed to help to minimize. And we hope we do that. We hope we do that. Because we can see right now, from what happened this morning, we're in a state of crisis. We're in a state of crisis. If we don't get this thing right, if we don't get this election process correct, we're going to have a series of violence. It is started already. This attack on this woman is not a robbery. It cannot be a robbery. It cannot be a robbery. Because there was no forced entry into the woman's house. How did this person get into the woman's house? Did they know somebody? Did they have access into her house? If this the second or third time they tried to attack this woman's home, she made certain changes, but they say she didn't secure her children's place as her place was secure. Why? Because she didn't think her children were in danger. But yeah, it is now. The people go and stab the woman's daughter and kill her, that innocent girl. What that girl got to do with politics, man? What she got to do with politics? Now this woman has lost her daughter, and that cannot be a robbery. That cannot be a robbery. They need to find this person. There needs to be a public dragnet to find this person. Because people can't go around in our society killing people with impunity. This is the first step to challenge our national security system. Can the police find this person? Are the police capable enough to prevent this? Did she have CCTV? All these things here. The president said they might have CCTV. They are government officials. Did she have CCTV to record all of this? You know, all these opposition people got to be careful. Glapohkpa has warned you time and time again. The violence will increase. People will get hurt. Witch hunts will go on. This is African election. And it has already started. It already started. Look at the corruption in our country. Look at the incompetence. The breakdown of the system. Look at all our people fighting among each other. Huh? In the foreign minister, the foreign minister and the foreign deputies fussing with each other. We look at the Liberia Revenue Authority, the same thing going on there. People fighting with each other for power. There is no stability in the government. Systems are broken down. You got a deputy challenging the boss. You got a deputy minister going against the ministers. The system is breaking down. Slowly it's breaking down. What do you attribute that to? Corruption. Usurpation of power. Everybody wants power. You got the president got favorites in government. His favorites can do what they want to do. They got more power than ministers. This is an indication that the system is broken down. There is no chain of command. We're going back. We're going back. We're telling you this is the same thing that happened on the Sammy Doe. Identical things. This is why people like us, I don't hate George Weah. I don't even know George Weah. I got nothing against George Weah. But the mere fact that he's a high school dropout, he's an ignoramus, is a threat to the national security of Liberia. It's a threat. We saw it. We lived it before. No matter what kind of star you are, no matter what kind of celebrity you got, if you don't have the education to lead a nation as complex as Liberia, with millions and millions of people with diverse interests, diverse issues, you can't survive. You can't survive. Leadership is not like playing checkers or Lulu or snake and ladder. No. Leadership is complex. You got so many issues to deal with, and you have to know how to deal with these issues with priorities. Priorities. There are some issues that have to be handled now, and other issues can be put on the burner to wait. How do you know these issues if you don't have the intelligence, if you don't have the mental capability to understand the problems that you are facing? You don't. You don't. You got to appreciate the problem. You got to know the problem, that you have serious problems that you got to deal with. And you can't just deal with it by singing music or by moving around and talking foolishness. No. These are national issues, and they impact the lives and livelihood of your citizenry. How do you handle these problems? Because there are some problems, you can't use other resources to solve them. No, because you use other resources to solve them, then you got to put those resources back. Where you get them from? How you allot them? All those things matter in leadership. And that is why leadership of our country is a serious matter. You know, you got these young guys, Prince Johnson, all of them, they think they're smart. They think that because they can stand in church and talk foolishness, that they think they learn from the Bible, they're smart. But they're not smart. You got to be smart to feed your people. You got to be smart to make sure we got good running water. You got to make sure we got food in the country to feed the masses of the people. You got to make sure the infrastructure of the country is up to date. You got to make sure the leadership of the country is honest and sincere. You got to make sure that all the promises you make are fulfilled. Leading a nation is not easy. It's not easy. If you think all it is to just get up and sign paper and go to bed, you got a rude awakening coming to you. Because there are times you got to stand up on your own 2 feet and lead like a real leader. Put down rebellion. Put down trouble. Convince the people that you are the man. How do you do that when you don't have the ability to do that? How you do that? And every leadership will be tried. George Weah coming. He think he's comfortable. He ain't comfortable yet. His leadership will be tried. You know, they've been riding easy because they're lying. You know, they got people giving them money. All these things happening in Liberia, America behind it. America know what's happening. America know the corruption, and they're giving the people money because it's in America's best interest. Everything that happens in our country is not for America. America don't care about us. They don't care if we live or die. They don't care if we suffer, as long as we don't bother America. As long as we don't think that the problem is America. When we think the problem is on us, that's good. That's good. America has no obligation. She will sit and watch us fight each other. And who benefits? Who get it? America don't want come in petty politics. They want our resources. They want our diamond, our gold, our bauxite, our uranium, our iron ore. That's all they want. They don't care about our politics. We can kill each other all they want. They just want stability. Everything will be quiet. No noise. They don't care who you kill. They don't let there be no noise. Let everything be silent. You can kill. But don't make noise. It don't bother America. You see people losing sleep in America because they're killing Africans? They're not losing sleep. We are losing sleep because of our relatives. If they're not my relatives, I wouldn't care. I'm an American soldier. I have no obligation anywhere else. But Liberian people, my people, I got relatives and family in Liberia. And we are Americans, but we just don't know who we are. That I can't help my Liberian people with. I'm not coming Liberian to change Liberian people's minds. You think I care whether Liberian people fight about country and Congo? I don't care about that no more. I don't care about that. That don't matter to me. If Liberian people want to live there and fight over country and Congo business, that's their business. I'm American. I ain't coming Liberia to die for that shit. You know, I standing here and looking at my country and my people fighting over stupid shit. Country and Congo. When we got people to feed, we got children to take care of, we got a nation to build, and our people, they're fighting over country and Congo thing. I'm a U.S. citizen. Why I coming to put myself in that shit for? You think I coming to want to die for property? You think I care about my pa property or my mom property? I'm a realist. I look at the world. Once I'm happy in America, what the hell I coming to Africa for? I ain't need nothing in Africa. Whether I can buy my car, I can buy my food, I can go to the movies, I'm comfortable in this country. Why the hell I want to come to Africa? I just want my people in Liberia to have the opportunity to live. Because there were people there that fought for me to live too when I was in Liberia, when people tried to kill me. There were people that stood up for me too. And I'm standing up for these people. But my country is too backwards. My people are too blind. The things my people want as their interest, I have no interest in it. I have no interest in it. So until my people reach to a standard where we can understand each other and see eye to eye, what is in Liberia is minuscule to me. I don't want it. Who want to lead Liberia? People talk about, oh, you're not come Liberia. What I want them to lead people in Liberia for? Huh? So rogues in my country. No patriots. All the patriots are dead. You think I just coming to live in my country to live in darkness and be fighting for water and be fighting for light? What the fuck is that, man, in this modern day and age? I ain't coming to Liberia for that shit. No. If you people not serious about living, I will talk from afar. I will tell you, hey, you need to do this, you need to do it. But I ain't coming there. Don't you run the chest and coming there. I ain't promising you all that. No, I've been into my shit. I went through 1980. I went through the war. I then been through all this shit. You tell I want to come back to live a disgruntled, frustrating life, waiting for government pay, waiting to go steal from government. I didn't want to do that. I never did that. Why would I do that in my old age? Yeah? I'm not better than you with them. I never steal from government. So why would I want to do that in my old age? I don't need that shit. I don't need that. But we got young people in our country that have potential. Young people that have a future, promising future. But if all the people in our country are mediocre in their thinking, I can't help my young children. I really can. I feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for them because they got bright futures. But they cannot attain those futures because the masses of our people are blind. And when the masses of our people are blind, they have no interest in the future of the children. They have no interest in the future of the children. That's why our country is so backwards, man. You know, they build one park. Everybody in the nation want to run to that one park. You know, no roads on the other people will come from the other country parts. You know, it's just unfair living, man. Everything in Monrovia. What happened to other people in the other counties? They can't get nothing. They're living in abject poverty. You know, no sports center in Banga. Not all over the place. I don't even think they have a public basketball court or public entertainment center for the children. They don't. They don't. And that's something we're supposed to have all over the country, not only in Monrovia, you know. And things like that in these countries in the Western world, government don't build those things. Those are organizations that care about the community, philanthropic. That means charitable organization. They go to a big park, entertainment center for the children. Those are government don't do most of those things. Those are people who care for the community. How many of us care for the community? I told you right in Carrollsburg. I used to go to Carrollsburg for vacation. There was nothing in Carrollsburg. Everybody just would drink. Then in the night they chase all the women. Everybody just got pregnant, be having children here and there, because everybody's sneaking out at night to go to school. And somebody say you don't know who your children are. People say, "Oh, I got 6 children." You sure you got 6 children? You sure that not your brother or your cousin children too? You know, because no entertainment, nothing for the children to do. What do you expect for them to do? Fuck, creep, sneak in each other's room at night. When you have no entertainment for the children cannot go out and play. All they do is go to school, come back, and toad water. Yeah, mom. Yeah, mom. Ah, man, it was so sickening. I used to go to Carrollsburg, man, on the weekends. The people, they used to get out at 10 o'clock in the morning. 10 o'clock. I used to be dead with frustration and hunger. I was used to getting up 5 o'clock in the morning, man. Every day of the week. I go to live with these Carrollsburg where people sleeping there 10 o'clock, the whole damn town. I said the whole damn town, I mean the whole damn town. Something was wrong. So people can't be like that. Then you're coming wild. They say, oh, Bob Blue, now come he wild. You know, that man that come from Monrovia, they all jealous. I was from Monrovia. I used to get up 5 o'clock and doing things. Going to the gym, doing things. Before 7 o'clock, I've done a lot of things. You go to people like Carrollsburg, Arlington, 10 o'clock in the morning, people still sleeping. The whole damn town. The whole town. How can the whole town be sleeping on the 10 o'clock? Something wrong. From then, I knew that there was something wrong with our community. Those are my people. And my people can sleep on the 10 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. Something is fucking wrong. Something is wrong. How can a whole town sleep on the 10 o'clock in the morning? I used to be so damn hungry, man. I used to be hungry. I wake up 5 o'clock in the morning and everybody's sleeping. Everybody's sleeping. I had to sneak out of the house to play. Because 6 o'clock in the morning, I won't go out. Sun shining, the day new, birds whistling and chirping. I won't be out there. I won't be in the house. All these up-country bitches sleeping. Sleeping. Can you imagine? Then when they wake up, everybody taking their own time to cook breakfast. Can you imagine? I used to go Carrollsburg on the weekend. We didn't used to eat breakfast on the 11 o'clock in the morning. I used to be dead. I hated that shit. Oh, I used to be so hungry, man. I used to be so hungry. I waking up 5 o'clock in the morning and these damn hillbillies not getting up at 11 o'clock. And I mean, the whole damn house. What kind of people just sleep on the 10 o'clock? The whole damn carriers were asleep on the 10 o'clock. People will now wake up at the 10 o'clock in the morning. Can you imagine that shit? I wanted to kill people. How can you be productive on a Saturday morning? The whole town getting up 10 o'clock in the morning. When you're dead all night. Even if you're creeping and fucking each other at night, sneaking on each other's wives and boyfriend and girlfriend, you still can wake up 5 o'clock in the morning. If you can't, then that village got a serious issue that need flogging. What kind of people are those? Then when they wake up, they take their own time. They got to look for the eggs. They look for the bread. They got to send to Con Jean to borrow bread to see a Con Jean I cook the bread, or go to Con Ben or Con Ellen or Con shit or some Con. I mean, this shit was just crazy. And these are the people say I was wild because I used to be up wanting to eat by 7 o'clock in the morning and there was no food. Can you imagine? Then those lazy bitches, when I fix food, they eat breakfast at 11:30 in the morning. They eating breakfast. Everybody sitting down to eat egg and 11 something in the morning. You lazy bitches. And they're acting that they're doing, oh, Pablo, you're so wild, Pablo. You don't even sit down, but Pablo, you're not coming. Just go all over the place wild. I said, look at these lazy bitches. I said, look at these hillbilly motherfuckers. On a Saturday morning, these bitches get at 10 o'clock. You think I could lead these people? I can't lead them. I will flock all those bitches. A whole town wake up 10 o'clock in the morning. The woman's supposed to break the bread. She gets up 10 o'clock in the morning. What time the bread? She's selling the bread for the whole town. And she waking up 10 o'clock in the morning. What time the town will get bread? These are the people who want to lead Liberia. This is where Benin Nigeria then come from. What can Benin Nigeria bring to Liberian people? Huh? What can these people bring? They can't bring nothing to us because they got that mentality. Even if they want changes, that mentality will fuck them up. You know, that's backward people, man. Backward people. Huh? Just imagine. I'm a normal human being. I woke up 5, 6 in the morning. Why would people sleep until 10, 11 o'clock in the morning? They gotta be doing something at night. What are they doing at night? You mean the whole village just sneaking from each other to each other, trying to find a woman to sleep with or a man to sleep with? The whole town, nobody sleep at night. Everybody just sneaking because they ain't shit in Kyrgyz but to do. Ain't shit. They ain't got no basketball. They ain't got no football for the children. They ain't got no movies. They ain't got shit but one little shop or two shop. Well, one a con this, a con that, and people go sit in the shop and drink all day and talk about who got property and who do have property. That's why they kill each other so bad. The murder ratio among those people with voodoo and poisoning each other. They poisoned my grandfather for the same shit. Sitting in the shop talking about who got property, who got property. Nothing but lazy bitches. And this what happened to our country. This what? Because they were Ellen Johnson Sally came from. She came from that same Kyrgyz boy era. Brought all these corrupt people. Look at she brought Willis Allen, Willis Knocker, what he did. Fucking people all over the place. That picture himself in picture. You know, we do it to ourselves. You know, we have no pride and dignity in ourselves. And look at the people ruling our country, nothing but grown-up boys. Now they're taking us back to Simon Doe era where they're killing people, coming into people's house to kill them so they can stay in power for life. You know? But these are America's people. All these people are America's warlords. They are America's economic criminals that are leading Liberia. And America got to free us from these people. These people are criminals and murderers. America got to free us from Prince Johnson, George Weah, Ellen Johnson, Sally. All of them are warlords. We want to be free. And if we can't be free, our nation will continue in this mess. My hour is done. I hope you all enjoy my show. Have a good day, my people. Time for Chesson to go look for something to eat too. Let me go find my Kobo. Time for Kobo!